Welcome back to another vlog. Today I'm going to be sharing my Spay experience with you. This will be my first time doing this type of procedure. Tonight I will get to meet my patient for the first time and perform the surgery tomorrow. Then I will get to check up on my patient on Friday before she goes home. It's going to be a busy couple of days. I've been studying since Saturday afternoon, and I still don't feel ready for the procedure tomorrow. It's been kind of a slow study day. I rewatched the surgery video this morning. I did some practice today for suturing the external rectus sheath, the subcutaneous tissue, and the skin. For SGU, the Spays are graded, so I will be graded as primary surgeon tomorrow. Maybe that's why I'm a little bit more stressed out than I was for the castration. I will share the experience with you and let you know how it goes, see if I can figure out any other tips for this type of procedure to let you know about what to avoid or what to do during your actual procedure. If you do like this video and want to see more, please consider subscribing to the channel. I hope you guys enjoy the video today. I am back from checking on my patient. She is doing really good and she is all ready for surgery tomorrow. Honestly, with studying today, it went pretty good, and I actually talked out the entire procedure with a friend, and it was really helpful because she actually just went through hers on Tuesday. I'm feeling a little bit better about it, but honestly still super nervous, and I probably will be nervous until I get into the operating room and then start doing my incision. We did get our medical notes already done, so honestly I just need to focus on the surgical report. We talked about what type of block we're going to use on the patient tomorrow, and instead of a splash block, which we would do in the OR room, we're actually doing a special QR block. My dog is relatively young, so hopefully she'll get through the procedure just fine. I'm not expecting any complications because her blood work looks great. Her platelet levels look amazing, so we are all set with that. It's just I have to get myself on board to do the procedure tomorrow. But I know it very well, so I'll be okay. Most importantly, the patient will be okay as well. It is close to 9 o'clock now, so I'm actually going to settle down for the rest of the night, just so I can take a bit of a break because I've been in class pretty much all day. I was in class this afternoon for about 4 hours, and before class I was actually studying for surgery for quite a long time just to make sure I knew the procedure. Honestly, there's not much more that I can study. I am all ready for surgery this morning. I'm getting nervous, but honestly pretty excited. I'm looking forward to figuring out who's going to be my surgery mentor today, and I'm sure everything is going to go as planned. Wish me luck. And I will let you guys know how it goes when I get back. I am back from surgery. It went okay. It definitely wasn't the easiest procedure. Everything looks okay. I didn't end up finishing my closure. The professor stepped in and finished off my skin closure, but I was able to do the external rectus sheath closure and the subcutaneous closure myself. Overall, it was a pretty good procedure. I definitely know that the patient is going to have a lot of bruising because the professor made me redo the intradermal 3 times. So before she took over, that wasn't ideal. I was hoping to reduce the amount of bruising that she was going to have. Hopefully she'll be good. I am not checking on her tonight. 2 of my other classmates are checking on her. So they'll let me know how the incision looks and if she might have to stay. I really hope she doesn't have to, because I will get to see her tomorrow morning. I did just finish my surgery report. As the primary surgeon, you are responsible for that report, and it has to be turned in by 8:15 tomorrow morning, so I just went ahead and actually wrote it beforehand and just edited a couple of things. I'm really tired, and I definitely want to take a nap now. I think I'm gonna do that because it is around 3:30. We didn't get out of the operating room until 12:30, and our patient took quite a long time to recover, and she really wasn't sitting up on her own when we left. So it does look like the anesthesia team did give her some more pain medication to help, because she's definitely painful, and I feel terrible because I wish I had gotten the skin closure on the first try. I'll see my grade probably tonight or tomorrow to know if I have to repeat a term, because I hope my patient is doing okay. This morning I got to check on my surgical patient. She gave me a bit of a heart attack this morning because she got her cone off in the middle of the night. But thankfully she didn't go after her incision, which is great. And she isn't too painful when we touch around the incision. So honestly, I feel like that's a win. Even though I wasn't the one who fully closed, she looks pretty good. And there actually was no bruising. There's mild swelling in certain areas because of how many times we had to recorrect the skin. I'm feeling better than I was yesterday about the whole procedure itself. It was frustrating because I did get my grade last night, and some of the feedback was pretty tough to hear because I thought I was doing a good job in certain parts, but then the professor disagreed with that. So I don't know, it's tough to be graded for a surgical procedure when this is your first time ever usually doing a spay. So it's difficult, honestly. And they do things a lot differently here in Grenada than they do in the US. So you're learning multiple different ways on how to do procedures here, which is a good thing. But in another sense, it's really draining because you have to learn so many different methods. And every professor is different here because they come from all sorts of backgrounds. Thankfully, I did end up passing my primary surgeon section, but still, with the feedback, I felt so low about myself when I thought I did a good job. So, next up are going to be the tips for surviving your first spay experience at SGU. Don't be too hard on yourself is the first thing that I wanted to cover, because honestly, I was really hard on myself after I saw the feedback. Take breaks if you need it. Don't automatically go back into studying if you are not mentally ready. And also, it is okay to skip class and watch the Panoptas later if you need to, because I had to yesterday because I just wasn't mentally here anymore because I was just so upset with how the procedure went itself and then the feedback, and it was just overwhelming, and I decided to take a break, and that was honestly probably the best thing that I could have done because I went in this morning with a clear mind and my patient is doing great. For my second tip, no matter what the feedback is, just be proud of yourself that you actually got through your first spay procedure, because most of the time this is the first spay experience you're ever going to have is in vet school. I know the feedback is super important, but at the end of the day, you did do your first surgery. So it's a very complicated procedure, and just be proud of the small accomplishments. Don't focus on the negatives as much. All of the tips that I had in my castration video still apply for this surgery, because if I had not done my 5 tips that I gave you guys in that video, I would have not done well with this procedure. So make sure to go watch that video if you haven't yet to see what my 5 tips are to survive your first surgery at SGU. I do hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please go to like and subscribe for more because I have some more exciting stuff coming in the next couple of weeks for you guys. And I will see you guys next week.